For the purposes of this module, we're going to talk about JavaScript simply in how it can be used as the client-side language for your web applications. JavaScript is useful in a number of different other scenarios, server-side with Node.js being an obvious example. But for our needs, we're just going to focus on using JavaScript inside of HTML pages as the client side of our apps. So what exactly is JavaScript? It's an object-oriented language that uses prototypical inheritance instead of classes. Since you're probably coming from a .NET background, you're already used to using objects in the form of classes. But JavaScript does that in a different way, using things called prototypical inheritance, though classes are coming in an upcoming version of JavaScript. JavaScript is also dynamic, so the types aren't fixed at compile time because there really isn't a compile time. Types can change over time. New properties can be added and even properties can be removed. Often JavaScript is accused of being typeless, of everything being a variant, and that's not true. It's simply dynamically typed. And while JavaScript is an interpreted language, there is some confusion about the compilation of JavaScript and what can be done in that sense. The reality is that JavaScript can be just as performant as other languages like languages of the .NET framework or even Java, because the compilation step in things like .NET and Java is to produce an intermediate format that's eventually actually compiled on the fly, just-in-time compiled. And JavaScript, in most cases, is just-in-time compiled. When you look at the way that JavaScript is being used in Firefox, in Chrome, in IE, and in Safari, in all those cases the JavaScript is actually being compiled down to machine code as it's being used. Now, if you're very familiar with .NET, you'll know that this is the same way that normal just-in-time compilation works with .NET. So you can expect some near-level performance with JavaScript. It's not exactly one-to-one with other less dynamic languages, but it is within the neighborhood of that performance, except in older browsers where just-time compilation isn't being done, where it's simply just being interpreted. Let's take a look at some code.